Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. The difference, I know, is like night and day. I've been meaning to film this for such a long time now, but something always comes up, or there's just all these other things that are happening, and then I get distracted and I forget about it, but it's always in the back of my head. So I thought, you know what, I have my makeup on, which is very rare. Now I've been breastfeeding for almost a year now, yeah, because Audrey's gonna turn 1 officially on the 23rd of this month. I am pretty proud of myself and pretty content with the fact that I made it this far. Like I mentioned in my breastfeeding story video, I said that my goal was to try to breastfeed till 1, and yeah, I can't believe that we're here. I mean, we're not exactly here yet, but we're getting there. And just through all the months that I breastfed her, I have learned a lot. And hopefully anyone who's watching this, whether you're trying to breastfeed or wanting to breastfeed or just are curious about how to get started or what it's about, hopefully you're able to get something out of this, because that's my goal, to help you guys or just to help others. If you're new to this channel, hello, my name is Dominique. I do not make videos every single week. I don't have a consistent schedule, but I produce content that revolves around motherhood, just like lifestyle things. I do enjoy fashion and beauty here and there, but it's kind of changed a bit now that I'm a mom. So that being said, let's start with my breastfeeding essentials and things that you need to know. So the first thing, in no particular order by the way, is a pump. It can be an electric pump or manual pump. The electric ones are obviously more expensive, but the reason why I recommend getting a pump is because even if you don't plan, weather, but we're gonna power through. Even if you don't plan on pumping, a pump can be very helpful in getting your milk to come in or to increase your milk supply. In the beginning, it took me a while for my milk to come in, and it was really frustrating because I just wanted to start breastfeeding right away, and sometimes it doesn't work that way. Later on, once I established my milk supply, whenever I would notice a dip in my supply, I would just pump, and I would just go on like pumping sprees, and that helped kick it back up. It also helped stabilize things for a while, because like I said in the beginning, you get engorged and you have too much milk, and then sometimes you don't have enough milk. I found that having a pump is very helpful, and obviously if you do plan on pumping, you're gonna need a pump, but also if you want to create a stash of milk, just so you can, you know, if you're out and you want to give your baby a bottle, you don't want to breastfeed, or if you're going out and someone else is taking care of your baby and you have to leave milk behind, that's how you would get the milk out to stash. You would use the pump. The pump I used was the Medela, and I've talked about this before. It's not my favorite. It was just the pump that was given to me through my insurance. Just do your own research, see which, you know, works best with you and for your lifestyle. But for me, that's what I use. It was really just a standard pump. So the second one would be a breastfeeding pillow. Again, this is something that I've talked about. I think I talked about this in my newborn essentials. But if you've never breastfed before, it can be a very daunting thing to do, or to think about even, because, you know, obviously there's sort of a method to how to do it. And it was kind of uncomfortable at first. A breastfeeding pillow really helped ease the process. As far as like placement, it also made it more comfortable for me and for the baby too, because I wasn't, you know, struggling trying to like lift her up and like carry her and like try to like hold my boob in one hand. It could just be really frustrating, especially, you know, when you're already so worried about trying to get her to latch on and try to breastfeed. So you don't have to worry about the being in the right position or being comfortable, because a breastfeeding pillow ensures all of that for you. Again, there are a lot of breastfeeding pillow brands out in the market, but I think for the most part they're all similar in the sense that they're all supposed to function the same way. To this day, I've been breastfeeding her for almost 12 months and I still use my pillow. I mean, obviously, you know, I'm a little bit better at it in the sense where if we're out, I don't have to take my breastfeeding pillow with me. I could just, you know, nurse her anywhere. But at home, if I have it with me, or since, you know, most of the time when I nurse her, it's in her nursery, I have my pillow beside me, I still like to use it because it's just nice. It's just nice to have, and it's pretty comfortable. Okay, so the third would be nipple cream or a nipple balm. The baby market in general is just so huge nowadays, so there are tons of brands and tons of different types. In my opinion, I think a nipple cream functions in a way that it really kind of soothes and helps with the soreness of, especially when you're first starting off with breastfeeding. You have to get used to it. I highly recommend that, especially in the beginning stages, because I know that I was in so much pain. It was such a miserable experience in the beginning, and plus, you know, you're already dealing with like all your hormones and like all these emotions and other outer stresses, and then like your body's still trying to recover. So just having your boobs like in pain and engorged and all that, it was not pleasant. Next thing would be nursing pads. So if you don't know what nursing pads are, at first it kind of reminded me of just like pads in general, like, you know, period pads. What it does is it helps prevent leaking. Sometimes you just leak or you experience letdown when you're breastfeeding. Typically, it's just to prevent any leaking of milk. Like I said, I've been nursing for a while now, and to this day I still use my nursing pads. I think it just depends on, you know, like your body. Everybody's different. Some people never have to use nursing pads. Some people only use it in the beginning stages. But for me, for some reason, even to this day, if I don't use it, I will still experience leakage. So it just helps prevent, you know, it spilling through your shirt or through your bra. And you can get all kinds. They're usually like sticky on one side, so you stick it through your bra, and then the other side's like the cotton, like quilted material. The ones that I have used are from Lansinoh and Medela. Both work fine. I mean, they're different shapes, but honestly they do the same thing. I slightly prefer the Lansinoh one though. Okay, so the rain is pretty heavy right now, so hopefully it's not too distracting, and I'm really sorry about that. But we're gonna move on to prenatal vitamins. So you probably know that you should be taking prenatal vitamins while you're pregnant, or even before when you're trying to get pregnant. I think it's a good idea to start. But you're actually, if you didn't know already, you're supposed to continue taking prenatal vitamins if you're breastfeeding. I took the gummy version. Some people think they're gross, but I liked it. When I was pregnant, I could not stand to swallow like those big horse pills. I could not. I was so nauseous all the time. I always felt like throwing up. I mean, I did not feel good in general. I'm still taking it to this day since I'm breastfeeding. So yeah, make sure that you have them stocked up even after you give birth. Nursing bras or nursing tanks. So in the beginning, especially, you know, like when you're trying to breastfeed in public, it can be kind of tricky because, like, who wants to flash themselves, right? I mean, some people don't care. I was just more comfortable to be a little bit more covered up. Especially, you know, like in the beginning, I was just like so self-conscious all the time. But I actually chose to wear nursing bras, and then what I would do is it's called like the two-shirt method. I would wear like a tank top, just like a regular tank top or shirt underneath, and then I would wear another shirt on top, so that when I would nurse her, I would lift up the first shirt, and then the second shirt underneath I would lift down, so that, you know, my body was still covered and nothing was exposed. I still use them to this day. I probably won't stop till after I breastfeed, because it's just easier since I'm breastfeeding, you know, several times a day. The next thing would be a nipple shield. I don't use this anymore, but in the beginning, a nipple shield was my best friend. It's basically like a silicone type cover that goes over your nipple, so that when you breastfeed, it kind of minimizes the pain and discomfort while being able to breastfeed. I was struggling to try to get her to latch, and I booked a consultation with a lactation consultant, and she told me that the reason why it was so difficult is because I guess I wasn't positioning her the right way, and also because my nipples, my boobs were so painful because she was incorrectly feeding. So I was getting engorged, and I even got mastitis and everything. And she told me that to relieve that I have to continue nursing, but I didn't see how I would do this because literally it felt like just knives like stabbing me. It was so awful. So she recommended using Nipple Shield on that boob when I would nurse, and it helped a lot. It helped her latch on better, and it also minimized the pain. Next thing would be storage bags. A lot of people talk about this, but like going back to the first thing that I recommended with a pump, obviously you need a way to store the milk. Lansinoh's bags are my favorite because they're tall, so they store or hold a lot more milk. Because for a while when I was just like pumping and building my freezer stash, I would run out of space so quickly because like the short small bags would be really wide and fat, and it would just take up all my freezer space. Last final thing that I want to talk about as part of my breastfeeding essentials / survival kit is a nursing app. Basically tracks the times that you nurse and for how long. Okay guys, so this is the app. It's called Baby Nursing. You just click on it, and this is the front page. It says, you know, it's Audrey, she's 11 months and 9 days as of today. So the last time it'll show you the date. So the last time, as you can see, was on Sunday, April 16th. So that was a long time ago, and like I said, I haven't used it since. But there's a diary, and it just basically, well, there's no records of this month, obviously. Okay, so this, for example, is in March. See, it says March 2017, 238 entries. I don't know why I was about to say entrees. Somebody's hungry. It says Friday 31st has 7 entries, and then it lists, you know, the time. So 11:48, nursed right breast for 9.9 minutes, just like that. So it just records all of that. Also, really quickly, I want to show you like how to use it if you were trying to use it for the first time. So we're back in the home page. To start using it, you just click on nursing if you're going to use it for breastfeeding, and then it gives you a left option and a right option. So let's say that I'm going to start on the right side, since it's telling me the last time I nursed was on the left. So then you would just click the right, and then it just starts recording, and you just nurse. And then once you're finished, you can press either pause if you were like taking a break or something was interrupted, or you can press stop if you're done. So then once I'm done with everything, I'm gonna press done, and see, now it says that I had 1 feeding for about 1 minute average, and it was on the right side. It has the measurements. I input this myself of like when she was born and her stats, and then for nursing it just lets you know which side was the last that you nursed in and for how long, and the date. And then for pumping, same thing, there's like a schedule for it, how many pumpings total. This is not accurate. I only used this for a short period of time, so yeah, don't be alarmed. I mainly used the nursing one, but it states the date, how many pumpings you did that day, and the average ounce, and the ounce total. Like I mentioned, there's a function for bottle, for diaper, sleeping, solids, bath time, doctor visits, medications, vaccines, but really the nursing was the main thing that I used. The last app that I want to talk about is an app called What to Expect. The app also is a great resource and tool. After I gave birth, I continued to use the app because there is a feature on there where I think it's called Community, where you can connect with other moms who either, you know, have babies who were born the same month and year as yours, or they're just like different groups and different forums on there. I'm part of like the breastfeeding forum. I'm part of the December 2016 group. I'm part of one that's more local to my area. So there are tons of groups and just like tons of resources on the app itself. But I really appreciate that community part because it helped me feel like I wasn't alone. If I'm going through something, or there's something new that Audrey's doing that I'm like super puzzled about that I don't want to bother calling my pediatrician about, I could just post it on the forum, and so many people are always ready to help you and give their advice. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. And yes, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!